Hi, I'm Nicholas Manousos, a watchmaker and expert horologist based in New York City. Mechanical watches comprise a multitude of historical, technical, and cultural aspects all in one compact package. They bring me a lot of joy, and I'm happy to share some of that joy with you as part of eBay's Dialed In series.
And I'm Brian Sacawa, founder of He Spoke Style. We cover a variety of men's style and lifestyle topics, including, yes, luxury watches. You can find us online at hespokestyle.com, on Instagram at hespokestyle, on our podcast, Speaking Style, and on the He Spoke Style YouTube channel.
In this episode of Dialed In, we'll be diving into one of the watch world's classic categories, the dress watch, and specifically the timeless Jaeger-LeCoultre Reverso.
A watch is one of those accessories that not only completes your outfit, but really has the ability to communicate something about you. It's exactly the same as the clothes you wear in that sense. And when it comes to a dress watch, what I look for is something simple, something timeless, something with an understated elegance, and also something that is versatile, a watch that you can wear with a variety of different dressed up looks. I think the reason dress watches are appealing to both collectors and just generally anyone who loves watches is that there's nothing trendy about them. It's just a very pure expression of craft and simplicity of design. And actually, one other thing that I don't think really has changed that much is people mispronouncing the brand name, which is
Jaeger-LeCoultre.
Are you sure it's not Jaeger?
I'm fairly certain. Jaeger-LeCoultre is a Swiss watch and clock manufacturer founded in 1883. The LeCoultre company was founded by Antoine LeCoultre. In 1937, the company formalized a collaboration with a watchmaking workshop founded by Edmond Jaeger, and Jaeger-LeCoultre was born. The brand is famous for its breadth of horological expertise, from the world's smallest mechanical movement to its near-perpetual Atmos clocks that are powered from minuscule temperature and atmospheric changes. Jaeger-LeCoultre Reverso is perhaps the most famous offering from the brand. The Reverso has a fascinating history, starting with polo matches in the 1930s.
Here we're taking a look at a duo face. So you have time on one side and time on the other side.
This is an evolution of the Reverso because the original Reverso, the backside was meant to protect the delicate dial while a match was underway, a watch that could survive a rough match of their equestrian sport. But this is a modern evolution of that classic, that timeless design. The iconic watch is now more often worn as a dress watch.
So another thing that I really love about the Reverso is that it really hasn't changed that much over time. Its design language is pretty much the same, and I would even go so far as to say that this design is transcendent.
You don't see many watches that have this rectangular shape that calls back to the 20s in such a timeless way, where a lot of other watches, they're really stuck in a specific time period. And I think Reverso is the best example of a timeless Art Deco watch. Now, even with changing styles, the concept of a dress watch is still the same. Dress watches are simple watches, primarily displaying only the time. A very complicated watch would likely not be appropriate at a formal event. An example of a common complication is the chronograph, sometimes referred to as a stopwatch. At a wedding, you probably don't need to be timing the length of speeches, hence the idea that a dress watch is not a very complicated watch. This isn't a strict definition by any means, and today you can find Reverso watches with a wide range of complications.
But let's shift gears slightly and talk a little bit about something that I personally love as a quality of a dress watch, and that is that I like it to be manually wound. Personally, I love the act of winding my watch. It helps me make a very real connection to the watch itself and kind of gets me in touch with that craftsmanship aspect of the watch. So if you happen to be in the market for a classic dress watch, a couple key things I would make sure to look out for. Obviously, you want to get the most watch for your money, so definitely always look for the best deal. And then you want to know that you can trust the seller and that what you are getting is what you actually paid for. That's one of the reasons why I always check the eBay luxury watch page if I'm looking for a watch. Not only do you have an incredible selection, but you also get that peace of mind. And since I'm always looking for something super specific, it's really easy to just put a search in, save it, and then get notified when something is available.
And that's it for today's episode of Dialed In. I'm Nicholas Manousos, and I'd like to thank Brian Sacawa, founder of He Spoke Style, for joining me here today.
Absolute pleasure to be here.
Be sure to check out our other episodes of Dialed In on eBay's YouTube channel.